Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and in today's video we are doing part 2 of my Halloween decorate with me, and we are going to be decorating my coffee bar as well as my powder room and my entryway. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm starting off today's video by removing all of the decor that's already here in my coffee bar so that we can get a fresh start. I had decorated this area for fall and I had laid out what I thought I was going to be using in this area for Halloween, and unfortunately I didn't get to decorating for almost a week. It just was a crazy time and I didn't get to it as quickly as I wanted to, so a lot of stuff just kind of lived here on this little coffee bar area, so I'm happy to be cleaning it up and getting it decorated. This little space is directly outside of my bedroom door and down at the bottom of the stairs that go up to my kiddos' bedrooms, and I love this little nook. We did lower the countertop here just a little bit, so it's a little bit more at desk height, which is nice because we are short people, so it's kind of nice to have this lower counter here. And we did some shiplap along the back as well as some open shelves, and I love to decorate this area, and I utilize this area every time we host. We usually turn it into a bar or have our non-alcoholic beverages over here as well, like punches, things like that. So love this area for both everyday use. We have our coffee pot over here as well as for entertaining. So I'm just taking a second to get it clean before we're going to get it redecorated. We're going to start on the right section here. This is where we keep our coffee pot, and I'm just plugging this in. This is the most important piece, so I plugged that in. When I get it cleaned up, it was kind of dirty and needed a new filter. And then I'm going to place down this little hexagon charcuterie board here. That's a nice little wood element to bring in some warmth. And then I've got that pitcher there from Hearth and Hand along with the eucalyptus stems I picked up on Amazon recently. And then I've got my collagen powder there in an Amazon jar and a mug that we use to fill the water, as well as this tiny little creamer pitcher from the Hearth and Hand line at Target and some stir spoons. And I'm also going to bring in this tiny little blanket ladder we use for towels. I got this at Hobby Lobby. I see it there all of the time. And I've just got that sweet little checkered towel that's from Amazon. And then we're also going to just kind of slide everything over a little bit so it fits a little bit nicer. It was feeling very, very tight on the little tray. But I like having something here to kind of contain everything. So keeping those different pitchers and jars on the little wood piece here just kind of keeps everything together, along with the spoon rest, and that section's done. Moving over to the other side of the coffee bar, I'm going to put our air fryer here. This is the air fryer from the beautiful line at Walmart. I'll link it for you down below. If you have not invested in an air fryer yet, I would highly recommend it. We literally cook everything in this thing. It is so convenient. But I moved it over here so that I could make room for the mixer that I recently painted and refinished. It looks gorgeous on the countertop, and I have to be honest with you, I have used it so much more now that it lives on my counter. So I moved my air fryer over here to this part of my coffee bar, and it's still close enough to the freezer in the kitchen that it's easy to access, but it gets it off the counter in my kitchen, which I really appreciate. So we're moving it over here, and I'm just kind of taking some time to clean it off and wipe it off since it had been moved. And then I'm going to place this broken cutting board, yes, I keep it even though it's broken, up against the wall here to just kind of protect it from the heat that comes off of there. And then I started by placing this copper bowl up top to bring in some color, but it really wasn't working. I also have this plug in here from Bath and Body Works that I do like to keep plugged in right here for a number of reasons. It's a night light, but it also houses a wallflower, so it smells really nice. So I moved the copper bowl and figured we'd come back with something else. This little mug tree here is from Target, from the Hearth and Hand line, and I've got Walmart mugs on there as well as those sweet little pumpkin mugs from Target. And then I'm going to use a pothos plant here this is a real pothos plant that I had somewhere else in the house that I moved for the season. So I brought this in just to bring in a little bit of color, and it kind of gives it a little bit of a whimsical feel. If you're ever looking for something to soften up a space, bring in a plant. That's what I do, and I feel like it really does make a big difference. We're also going to work on our little banners up here, our bunting. I had those little white knitted pumpkin bunting from Hobby Lobby. I love that bunting. It'll go back up after Halloween when I put up the fall stuff again. And then those little faux oranges there, those are from decorsteals.com. And I love how this looks. It's a little whimsical and also a little bit classy. It's really pretty. Starting on the first shelf here, I'm using this cutting board here, or breadboard, that I picked up at a local antique shop. And then I brought in this little metal house that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. It doesn't end up staying there. You'll see here in just a moment, but I'm also bringing in two of my favorite Halloween mugs, and I also brought in that little white pitcher there. That is from Hobby Lobby. And I'm also bringing in this super cute, tiny skeleton. I guess he's not that small, but these are from Amazon. I actually have 3 skeletons throughout my house from Amazon. This one's little. The kids have affectionately named her Carol, and she's just going to sit up here and hang out and say good morning every day when we're making coffee. And I'm putting the little creamer pitcher back, and this is when I realized we needed something to kind of soften it up a little bit. So I'm replacing that little metal house with this plant here, just like I said, to kind of soften things up a little bit and even it out on both sides. On the left-hand side, I'm starting off with this creamer pitcher that I picked up at a local antique shop, and then I'm moving in with that little metal house that you just saw. And then I've got this little faux book. This is from Michael's. I picked this up last year. And finally, I'm going to finish it off with this adorable ghost here. This is from the Target dollar section this year. On the windowsill, I'm using this little ghost decor from the Dollar Tree from a million years ago with some straws and the little Farm Fresh pumpkin sign. I'm also going to change out one of the mugs here on the mug tree. I love having a mug tree. It's a great way to display your favorite mugs. So I'm going to add in this little white ghost mug from last year. I believe it's from Michael's, and I thought it looked really sweet right there. And then we're going to top it off with a little pumpkin for some color. Moving into my powder room here, this is a little tiny half bath off my entryway, and I'm just adding in a couple of little touches for Halloween. When we get closer to a Halloween party, I will add in a ton more decor and spook it out a little bit, but for now, for everyday use, we're just adding a couple of little pieces here and there for the spooky season because my family loves this time of year and it's a fun way to bring in different parts of the season. Moving into my entryway, I've got this great entryway table here, and I'm just going to add in another skeleton. Like I mentioned, I got these on Amazon. I'll link them for you down below. They're so great, and I just think they're such a fun way to add in some decor for the season. This is Harold. We've got Harold, Gerald, and Carol, which my children, like I said, have named them all. So absolutely love how cute that looks. And I'm also going to bring in some of these faux bats. And again, when we get closer to a Halloween party, I'll add in a lot more decor. But that's going to be it for this little tiny video today, my friends. I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me to continue just adding in a little bit of spooky decor for the season. I'm trying not to do too much because I do want to go back to the fall decor before Christmas comes, and I want to be able to enjoy that a little bit longer. The season goes by so fast. I feel like we start earlier and earlier every year. So I just want to make sure that I have a chance to enjoy it. And speaking of enjoying it, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a big thumbs up. I would love to have you subscribe and come back for more. I've got some great videos coming up for you. And until the next one, my friends, I hope you guys take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.